Sofia stood in the middle of aisle 4. She was looking for breakfast. She just wanted a simple box of cornflakes. But in front of her, there was a wall of boxes. It was 10 meters long and 3 meters high. There were red boxes, blue boxes, and yellow boxes. There were cereals with marshmallows. Cereals with chocolate. Cereals that turned the milk purple. There were 500 different options. Sofia felt dizzy. She looked at her shopping list. It had 3 items: cereal, milk, apples. It seemed so simple. But now, standing in this massive American supercenter, she realized that nothing was simple. She reached out to grab a box, but her hand shook. Which one was healthy? Which one was mostly sugar? And why was the box the size of a suitcase? But before we help Sofia escape the cereal maze. Hello, shoppers. Welcome back to the podcast. I am your teacher, and today we are going on a field trip. In this episode, you will learn English by listening to the story of Sofia, an international student who encounters the giant, confusing world of the American supermarket. Whether you are going to Walmart, Target, or Costco, shopping in the US is an adventure. We will talk about navigating the store, understanding the sections, and surviving the checkout line. To help you shop like a local, we are going to focus on 3 specific power words: aisle, produce, and bulk. Grab your shopping cart. Let's go to the store. Sofia drove her small car into the parking lot of Mega-Mart. The parking lot was enormous. It was the size of a football stadium. She parked her car and walked toward the entrance. She grabbed a shopping cart. In America, the carts are huge. They are big enough to hold a small refrigerator. Sofia pushed it through the automatic doors. The first thing that hit her was the air. It was freezing cold. American supermarkets always have the air conditioning on full power. The second thing was the smell. It smelled like popcorn, rotisserie chicken, and tires. Yes, tires. Because this store sold everything. Sofia needed 3 things: apples, cereal, and milk. She decided to start with the apples. She looked for the green signs hanging from the ceiling. She saw a sign that said, "Produce." Let's pause here. Produce refers to fresh fruits and vegetables. It is usually the first section you see in an American grocery store. It is colorful, wet, and cold. Sofia walked into the produce section. It was beautiful. There were pyramids of oranges. There were mountains of bananas. She found the apples. But again, there was a problem. There were Red Delicious, Granny Smith, Fuji, Gala, and Honeycrisp. Sofia picked up a Honeycrisp apple. It was the size of a grapefruit. Everything in America was bigger. She put 3 apples in a plastic bag. She felt proud. Step 1 was complete. Next, she needed cereal. She looked at the signs above the walkways. These walkways between the shelves are called aisles. An aisle is a passage between rows of shelves. In a supermarket, every aisle has a number. If you are lost, you can ask an employee, which aisle is the bread in. Sofia walked past the electronics section, where they were selling TVs, and the pharmacy, where they were selling medicine. Finally, she found aisle 4, breakfast and grains. This brings us back to the beginning of our story. The wall of cereal. Sofia stared at the boxes. She saw Lucky Charms, with a cartoon leprechaun. She saw Fruit Loops, with a cartoon toucan. She felt like a child. She decided to be sensible. She looked for the plain oats. She found a container of oats. But it wasn't a normal box. It was a giant plastic tub. It weighed 5 kilograms. "Why is it so big?" she whispered. A woman standing next to her laughed. That's the bulk size, honey. It's cheaper if you buy a lot. Bulk means buying goods in large quantities. In America, people love to buy in bulk because the unit price is lower. But Sofia lived alone in a small apartment. She didn't need 5 kilograms of oats. She finally found a small, boring box of cornflakes on the bottom shelf. She put it in her giant cart. It looked tiny and lonely. Now, she needed milk. In almost every American supermarket, the milk is in the very back of the store. This is a trick. The store designers put the milk in the back, so you have to walk past everything else to get it. They hope you will buy cookies, chips, and soda on your way to the milk. Sofia walked to the back. She walked past the frozen food section, which was basically a hallway of ice. She shivered. She finally reached the dairy section. She opened the glass door and grabbed a carton of milk. She had her 3 items. She was ready to leave. She pushed her cart toward the front of the store. But now, she faced the final challenge, the checkout line. There were 20 registers, but only 3 were open. The lines were long. Sofia saw a sign that said Express Lane, 15 items or less. She counted her items: apples, cereal, milk. 3 items. Perfect. She walked into the express lane. The person in front of her was a man buying a lawnmower and 2 cases of beer. That was definitely not 15 items or less, but the cashier didn't say anything. When it was Sofia's turn, the cashier looked tired. She didn't say hello. She just started scanning. Beep. 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 Do you have a loyalty card? The cashier asked fast. A what? Sofia asked. A rewards card. For discounts. No, Sofia said. Do you want to apply for one? You save 10% today. No, thank you, Sofia said. She just wanted to go home. Okay. That will be $18.50, the cashier said. Sofia's eyes widened. $18. For apples, cereal, and milk. She looked at the screen. The organic apples were $3 each. The cereal was $7. She paid with her credit card. She didn't have to sign anything. The machine just beeped. Receipt in the bag, the cashier mumbled. Have a nice day. Sofia grabbed her bag. She walked out of the sliding doors into the warm sunshine. She felt exhausted. She felt like she had run a marathon. But she had done it. She had survived the Mega-Mart. Sofia survived the sticker shock. But before she eats her expensive apples, let's look at the power words that helped her navigate the store. Word number 1, aisle. This is the walking space between rows of seats or shelves. In a supermarket, you walk down the aisle. Note the pronunciation, the S is silent. It is pronounced IUL. Example, excuse me, can you tell me which aisle the peanut butter is in? Word number 2, produce. When we use this word as a noun in a grocery context, it refers to fresh fruits and vegetables. Note the stress is on the first syllable, produce. As a verb, to produce, the stress is on the second syllable. Example, I always buy my produce from the local farmer's market, because it is fresher. Word number 3, bulk. To buy in bulk means to buy a large quantity of a single item at one time. Example, we bought toilet paper in bulk so we wouldn't run out for months. Okay. Sofia knows her aisles, she has her produce, and she avoided the bulk oats. Now, she is heading home. Sofia got back to her apartment. She unpacked her groceries. She put the milk in the fridge. She put the apples in a bowl. She opened the box of cornflakes. She poured a bowl of cereal and added the milk. She sat down at her small kitchen table. It was quiet. She took a bite. Crunch. It tasted normal. It tasted like home. She realized that even though the store was huge, and the choices were overwhelming, the food was just food. The apples were sweet. The milk was cold. She looked at the receipt again. She saw a coupon printed on the back. $5 off your next purchase of $50 or more. She smiled. She realized that shopping in America is a game. You have to know the rules. You have to know about coupons, bulk buying, and loyalty cards. Next time, she decided, she would be ready. She would get the loyalty card. She would check the prices. And maybe, just maybe, she would be brave enough to try the Lucky Charms. She took another bite of her expensive cornflakes and felt proud. She was learning how to live in this new, giant world, one aisle at a time. Sofia learned that the American supermarket is a reflection of American culture, big, loud, and full of choices. But once you learn the vocabulary, it is just a place to buy dinner. The moral of the story is this: don't let the size of the challenge scare you, even the biggest journey starts with a single apple. Now, I have a question for you. What is the biggest difference between supermarkets in your country and supermarkets in the USA? Is it the size? The price? Or the fact that you can buy tires next to the milk? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to master daily life in English, click subscribe and listen to the next episode. We are going to explore going to the doctor, how to describe your symptoms without panicking. Thank you for listening. Check your produce, walk the aisles with confidence, and I'll see you in the next story.